The Super School Bus System. The trusty bus. Sarah shivers on her short morning walk. It's a freezing winter day, but when she reaches the school bus stop, she knows she won't have to wait for long. The yellow school bus pulls up right on time. She greets the driver as she boards. After that, though, the bus ride is a part of her day she simply takes for granted. Taxes to transportation. In the United States, Sarah and many other students depend on bus service to get to school. Few people ever stop to think about how that bus system works. Yet the American school bus system is one of the most important and complex mass transit systems in the country. Busing children to school requires the effort of thousands of people, vehicles, drivers, and everything else that makes the school bus system work are run by local school districts. School buses are often paid for with local property taxes. People are taxed on value of their property. They pay the tax to local governments, which use it to pay for services such as schools. Buses support the American public school system, which promises every student an education. Mass transit on a massive scale. Planning the system of buses that move students to and from school is an enormous job. The US system uses more vehicles and moves more people than any other form of mass transit in the country. In 2013, about 480,000 buses carry students to school each day, slightly more than half of public school students. About 26 million of them use school buses daily. In fact, the American school bus system has more than twice as many vehicles as all the other American mass transit system combined. The American school bus system is so enormous for several reasons: the country's large size, its large population, its lack of other public transport options for students in many areas, makes school buses necessary. Rural areas often have no public transit options at all outside the school bus system. Rural American school buses tend to have very large routes. The rural school bus system in Kingman, Arizona, for example, covers an area larger than entire state of Delaware. School transportation planners try to make sure the students don't spend too much time traveling back and forth every day. They try to set up bus stops and aren't too far away from students' home. That way, students can walk to their stop. Many district offers bus service to any student who lives more than 2 miles from school. Students who might be placed in danger by walking to school, by crossing a highway for instance, often offers bus service to service. History: American public schools began mass transportation for their students long before the modern school bus existed. In the 1800s, many students attended one-room schoolhouses in sparsely populated rural school districts. Some students walked, others used horses or sled to get to school. Over time, school districts covered that work well to use a system of horse-drawn wagon. This wagon would pick up students and take them to school. In time, horse-drawn wagons gave way to motor vehicle. School districts set up routes and lined up vehicles. The vehicle picked up students before school and delivered them near home. At the end of the day, there came a new goal: school Integration, which brought African American and white children together in school. Before 1954, many American schools were segregated, means that black students and white students were sent to separate schools. These segregated schools were not equal. White students usually received better educational opportunities and more resources than black students did. In 1954, the U.S. Supreme Court said that school segregation discriminated against African American students and integration began. For a time, school buses played an important part in school integration. In the 1970s and 1980s, schools worked together to bus black students to white schools and white students to black schools. By the 1990s, however, most school districts have stopped using busing to seg- desegregate school. Deseg- desegregate school. In recent years, closing school has led to consolidation. This involves several smaller schools combining into one larger building. Consolidation can cut education costs, but it also means that some students would have to travel much farther to school. It makes routes larger and more complex. One school bus route in rural Texas took students roughly 100 miles each way in the mid-1990s. The students spent more time in bus than they did in school. Safety: School buses are 40 times safer than private cars. But bus drivers receive strict safety training. What's more, school buses have emergency assist and reinforced roofs. They have seats that keep students safe in the event of a crash. The seats are spaced closely together, and the seat backs are made to absorb an impact. Buses may also include flashing stop signs, which alert driver that students are getting off on the bus. Some buses have cameras that help drivers see what's happening inside the bus and outside. Yellow buses go green. Some school districts are also beginning to make changes to buses that help the environment. For instance, one school bus in New York has an electric engine that doesn't pollute the air. The bus can travel about 120 miles before it needs to be recharged. Another green trend is school buses use of propane fuels. Propane fuels are much less expensive than normal bus fuels and less polluting. School buses can also cut down pollution and replacing private vehicles. The average school bus can drive 54 students, which keep about 36 private vehicles off the road. This fact, along with newer, greener technology, can help keep the air cleaner. Conclusion: The school bus slows to a stop. Sarah gathers her things and follows the other student off the bus. The bus pulls away from the curb. Its job done for now. At the end of the day, it'll be waiting for them, ready to start the whole journey again in reverse.